oh, I want him and he's married to you, and it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever friend. He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So
Remy Ma is visibly upset and the situation is escalating. Reports are circulating that Claressa Shields allegedly attempted to have someone take Remy out. These two have been in a long-standing feud, exchanging jabs online, all linked back to Babu. Even though Remy once challenged Clarissa to settle things in the ring, that match never took place. Instead, it's claimed that Clarissa upped the ante and allegedly sent people to deal with Remy, though they missed their target. Now, there are rumors that Remy ended up in the hospital. This might sound like a storyline from a movie, but the tension between them has been building for quite some time. Let's take a step back and break down how things led to this moment. It all started when Remy Ma was recently seen at an event in her hometown. She was on stage with Trey Songz and Connie Diamond performing their remix of Ghetto and Ratchet. Everything seemed normal until Remy altered one line in her verse, which caused a stir. The original line was, "Got a problem? Be safe. Some F want your ninja. I take him." But on stage, she switched it to, "If I wanted your ninja, I take him." The way she delivered it with intense energy, a sharp expression, and a confident tone made fans immediately assume she was throwing shade at Clarissa. Let's not forget that Clarissa has been publicly involved with Pooch lately, something Remy is well aware of. That line wasn't just a random bar. It was a direct message, almost like saying, "I had him first, and I could take him back if I wanted to." The level of confidence, or perhaps bitterness, left people questioning whether Remy was still holding on to her past issues with Pooch. Just after Remy's on-stage jab, Clarissa responded with a freestyle of her own. In a video that quickly spread online, Clarissa is seen standing in front of a luxury car, dressed in full-on battle attire, a bomber jacket, trucker hat, sunglasses, and chains. As the beat drops, she calls herself a face splitter. Who else would that be aimed at if not Remy? Clarissa goes on to brag about her wealth, mentioning her higher tax bracket and exuding an aura of confidence, making it clear that she's not someone to be messed with. Here's the twist. The internet wasn't impressed. People quickly flooded the comments saying things like, "It's giving I want to be Remy vibes," and cringy how ironic it is that Remy was just in the studio with Mayo performing at Madison Square Garden, and now Clarissa's out here rapping and dressing like Remy. Girl needs to stick to boxing because rapping isn't it. The response was overwhelmingly negative, with one comment clearly getting under Clarissa's skin. Later, on her Instagram stories, she tried to act like she was winning, but the streets weren't feeling it. That freestyle was supposed to silence Remy, but instead, it just fueled the comparisons, making Clarissa seem pressed. Things started to spiral from there, and here's where it gets messy and, frankly, a bit concerning. After Clarissa's freestyle flopped and the social media backlash continued, rumors began circulating that Remy had been involved in an incident. People started saying she hadn't been seen in public for days, no posts, no appearances, no live videos. At the same time, there were whispers claiming that Clarissa, who has street TIs in Michigan, might have allegedly sent someone to confront Remy. Word is, Remy ended up in the hospital because of it. We don't know if it's true, but when you combine street loyalty with broken hearts and public humiliation, anything is possible. What's true, though, is that Clarissa isn't just a boxer, she's connected, and if anyone could get things done without getting their hands dirty, it might be her. Meanwhile, through all the drama, Papoose has been spotted living his best life, vacationing with Clarissa, smiling, and completely unbothered by the chaos. Fans are starting to believe that while Clarissa may have lost the rap battle, she might be winning the larger war. She's got the man. She clapped back with her own bars, and now Remy's gone completely silent. No social media, no events, no comebacks. It's like she's disappeared. This silence has the streets talking. If there's one thing we know about Remy Ma, it's that she doesn't stay quiet for long. So for her to suddenly go MIA is definitely raising some eyebrows. Some speculate she's laying low because of the alleged hit attempt, while others think she might be preparing for a comeback, waiting for the right moment to strike. But let's be honest, Clarissa might have thrown the first punch, but she should be careful. Remy isn't just dangerous, she's worse. She's the kind of woman who means what she says and doesn't bluff. This isn't just a rap beef anymore. It's a ticking time bomb. Remy has already been behind bars, and the way she carries herself suggests she's not afraid to go back. That's what makes her 10 times more dangerous than any diss track or Instagram post. She knows the stakes, but if you push her too far, she might risk it all.
He came up every day? Every visit?
For the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a match, you have a visit every day, except for it alters on the weekends, on Saturday or Sunday. So literally
every
the first year,
How
he
far
came
is
every day.
Bedford Hills from?
It's about 45 to an hour, depending on traffic.
So he was running up there every day, like coming up there.
Yeah, it got to a point where I had to tell him, like, yo, like, I'm good. I'm all right. Like, and I guess, like, when he believed it, that was all right, and I was like, he was like, all right, cool. And then he'll come, like, a little bit less. He'll come, like, 3 times a week.
She ended up serving 6 years before being released. But it's clear that Remy's history shows she's not afraid to act when she feels wronged. Fast forward to 2019, Remy was arrested again, this time for allegedly punching Brittany Taylor, her co-star on Love and Hip Hop New York. Yes, Remy faced a whole legal battle for a single slap backstage, and the court issued a restraining order against her. This incident showed that when Remy feels disrespected, she doesn't hesitate to act.
Are you happy with today?
I'm innocent. You can always say that.
Let's address the obvious here. Remy clearly loves Papoose. He's been her ride or die. And if Clarissa is trying to come between them, Remy might be ready to go to extreme lengths to protect what she has, especially now with a child together. It's not just a relationship, it's family. If Remy feels that Clarissa is threatening that, it's not unreasonable to think she would do whatever it takes to protect it, even if it means going after Clarissa. Yes, I said it, Remy might be viewing this situation as, I've already got the baby. All I need now is a husband and the peace. And there's nothing standing in my way, not even a champion boxer, for those who think Remy is all talk and no action. Let's take a quick look at her past. Remy's track record isn't one of a sweet, harmless person. She was convicted of a crime back in 2007 for shooting someone. Remy was involved in a shooting incident right outside the Manette nightclub. The woman she shot, Nikita Barnes-Joseph, claimed that Remy thought she stole money from her. Instead of discussing it, Remy went straight to the trigger. Remy argued it was an accident, but the court didn't buy that explanation. She was charged with weapons possession and attempted coercion, and she received an 8-year prison sentence.
That I can be to you. Stop playing these social media games. People get hurt every day from playing on social media. Brittany, you're 4'10", baby.
What does that mean?
That means that you're really little. That's what that means.
I don't care.
It's kind of impossible to be with the when you're 4'10".
But it doesn't stop there. In 2021, Remy's son was involved in a murder case. He was arrested for his alleged role in a shooting that led to someone else's death. This case sent shockwaves through the internet, leaving many wondering what's really happening inside Remy's household. It gives off a Bonnie and Clyde vibe, with their child possibly involved in the drama.
Remy Ma, her son is charged with first-degree murder.
Hypothetically.
There's not a hypothetically.
Well, not hypothetically,
he's charged.
but how you say he's not?
He's charged. He hasn't been convicted of it.
Right.
But he's charged with it. Which makes it very sad, because remember, she went to prison for shooting a girl over a money dispute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even 50 Cent tried to warn Clarissa. When someone like 50 Cent tells you to back off, it's a clear sign you might have already crossed the line. Apparently, Clarissa is all in, she's pressing for Remy's location, almost as if it's a boxing match instead of a street situation. And when she started speaking recklessly, 50 had to step in. Word on the blogs is that 50 straight up warned Clarissa that if she went through with it, she'd get the blip blip. That's not just an empty threat, it's advice from someone who knows exactly what can happen when you push the wrong person, especially someone with nothing to lose. Clarissa, used to fighting in the ring, might have thought she could handle a little drama from a rapper, but what did she walk into? Remy isn't just any rapper, she has a criminal history and knows exactly how to play the game. People close to her say she still has a crew loyal from her Terror Squad days, and some of those people are still active, still out there. Meanwhile, Clarissa is out here playing the rapper or boxer role. Remy might be playing chess, not checkers. There are whispers that Remy is laying low, waiting for the perfect moment to make her move, not just with words, but with actions. She might already be watching Clarissa's every move, checking her patterns, and seeing who's around her behind the scenes. Some people claim Remy's been quietly gathering information, pulling phone records, watching old interviews, checking DMs, and seeing how deep the betrayal really goes. There's even a rumor that a close friend of Remy's, who stayed neutral during the whole Pap and Clarissa situation, has now flipped. Allegedly, this friend gave Remy screenshots, messages, and location drops. While Clarissa's out there doing podcasts and training in the gym, Remy could be putting together her own version of a documentary. And when Remy has something to prove, she doesn't just do it for clout when she speaks. It's about destruction. Now, things are getting darker. Some fans are suggesting a possible setup, an orchestrated plan between Papoose and Clarissa to take Remy out of the picture for good. Think about it, Papoose and Remy have had a rocky relationship for a while, and then Clarissa suddenly shows up, moving from little sis to main chick in no time. The optics were off from the start. Fast forward, Remy gets publicly embarrassed, shamed by fans, and then allegedly someone tries to harm her. Who benefits if she's gone? Let's address the possibility if this was an attempted hit, or even if someone close to Remy tipped her off, don't be surprised if authorities get involved. Remy's been through the system before. She's not foolish enough to run to the authorities herself, but they might already be watching. Word is Remy has quietly hired a private investigator, and someone connected to the alleged hit has already flipped, providing names. Clarissa has reportedly been moving differently, canceling events, changing her security detail, and allegedly seeking legal advice behind the scenes if Remy or anyone else presents solid evidence that Clarissa orchestrated or even suggested physical harm. Prosecutors could get involved very quickly. The legal consequences for Clarissa could be severe charges of conspiracy to commit harm or attempted harm, threats, tampering with a witness, or obstruction of justice. Any scandal tied to violence could lead to her suspension, losing endorsements, or being blacklisted in the media. If the public believes she had any role in harming another woman, especially a mother, her reputation would be in serious jeopardy. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Remy is just laying low, or is she preparing for something bigger? Is Clarissa bold enough to come after someone like Remy Ma? And what about Papoose? Do you think he's just an innocent bystander, or is he the mastermind behind all this chaos? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of this wild ride.